Right here I've got, this is supposed to be a sleep mask, but the elastic has gone and so I'm having to tie it. Yes, I probably need to get a new one soon. Yes. Okay, so hello lovelies, this is Alexis. I've not posted in about a year now, and I actually just filmed the beginning of this video up to me putting my foundation on before realising the sound wasn't even on. I just had to check I was filming then, because I'm actually filming this on my new laptop, so yes, I'm not quite used to this camera, but anyway, yeah, I've not posted in over a year, well, almost a year. Last video I did was part of my, it wasn't really a fucking weird series, it was sort of related to that. I might do a video sort of similar to that. It was on Chrissy Teigen, about all the shit that she's been up to in the past few years. I got some absolutely delightful hate comments on the Instagram post I made to promote that, telling me that I was bullying Chrissy Teigen because I was talking about her bullying Courtney Stodden. Like, honestly, get in the fucking sea. Like, I'm not bullying her. In fact, if you watch that video, I was actually very nice and polite. Just liberals. Anyway, today I've just decided to do this totally unplanned, unedited, unscripted video where I'm just going to be rambling while I do my makeup. It's a get ready with me, and I'm just going to be doing this. I'm probably going to be talking about my future plans on this channel and stuff. Yeah, so the reason why I've got my sleep mask is I actually have started using this as a sort of hairband to push my fringe. And to start with, I'm going to be putting on some of my Makeup Obsession Game Set Matte Primer, which I love this primer. It feels so smooth and stuff, and it makes my skin feel all silky smooth and perfect for the foundation and makeup to glide on. Yes. And then I've got my Holy Grail, and this was about the point I got to when I realised that I was filming this totally silent and the sound wasn't on. The amount of YouTubers that have said that. I'm just going to start putting on my Holy Grail Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. Yes. I'm aware the light isn't very good in my room. I only have a tiny window, which is good because I'm a creepy spoopy vampire who doesn't like lots of sunlight, and I have a weird kind of reversed seasonal affective disorder where I get more anxious and depressed around the summer months, late spring, summer, like really hot. I quite like sunny weather in like winter and autumn. Like, it's kind of gentle as sun, and like early mornings can actually be kind of cool because the sun's lower in the sky, so it's got this kind of really magical feel about it. But yeah, during the summer months, the late spring, summer months, I find the weather too much, and I ramble so much, and basically, yes, big windows just let more light in, so I just find having a smaller window is actually quite nice for me because I don't have to deal with that. But it unfortunately makes it harder for me to do makeup videos because the light is so bad, and my main artificial light isn't good enough for that. And yes, so I definitely want to do more videos relating to my so and so is fucking weird. Like another video where I've got a lot of hate comments. I was surprised I haven't got more hate comments on those videos. Was on my video about D. Antwoord, where I basically, sometime I'm going to do what a lot of YouTubers were doing a few years ago over on my ASMR channel. I'm going to do an ASMR hate comments video, and basically, yes, I had one person say, probably the most useless video ever, as are you, and like, yes, you are actually helping this incredibly useless channel go up in the algorithm just by watching the video. So I don't know what, and commenting, I don't know what you're doing, thinking that you're messing it up for me by leaving a hate comment. And also, your hate comment has been screenshotted and it's gonna go in an ASMR hate comments video, so congratulations, you're famous now. Yeah, so anyway, and also there was my Sia video where I was so surprised that that blew up the way it did. There is a really delightful young gentleman who basically became obsessed with me through those Sia videos I did. He's an obsessed Sia fan, and he just left me all these comments saying, oh, you're just jealous because you're just making up the lies. Like, firstly, when did I ever make up any lies? Like, I literally researched that video so much, and he's actually left some kind of mean comments on another YouTuber who's talked about Sia's video called LND Ventura. I recommend you check out her channel. She's really good. But yeah, he's just someone who likes to be mean to anyone who talks about how offensive music was to the autistic community and how weird Sia and Maddie's relationship is. And yeah, I really want to do a video about Celine Dion and her marriage to, she hasn't done anything wrong as far as I know, but her marriage to her manager husband that she met when she was like 12 and he was in his 30s, and they ended up getting married much later. And like, I've had quite a lot of people, like, I can't believe how like in the 90s, like today they would have got so much, like that would have had so much more criticism, but like in the 90s everyone was like, oh my god, it's so romantic. And in this TV show, like biopic of Celine Dion, like it was really portrayed as though, oh, her mum is so mean, she just doesn't get how much they love each other, and her mum was just portrayed as this cold, unfeeling bitch who just didn't want them to be together and didn't get how much they loved each other. But like, wouldn't you not want your daughter to be marrying some much older guy who had kids and a few previous wives? Like, honestly, I could never be a guy's third wife. Like, a personal kind of nitpick of mine, just through like experience and like looking at other guys, if you're his third marriage, then that is a red flag, like, especially if his wives have slowly got younger and stuff like that. I just feel like, yeah. But just, yes, I always found that relationship weird, and I just find it really sad. I see all these posts, like I follow Celine on social media, and she just still thinks her husband is just the bee's knees, and she's always like mourning his death and stuff. And like, I get it, like if you lose someone you love, like, yeah, but like you sort of assume that through this whole Me Too movement she would have sort of realised that what happened to her is just not normal. And oh yeah, sorry, I've got the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Infinite Concealer, which it's actually in the like CO, like white shade, because I like being weird and emo and making myself look paler than I am. And so anyway, like Celine Dion, yeah, and you just assume that she would have started like seeing that she was groomed, and like, I don't care that like they didn't get together until she was of age. Like she knew him since she was 12 and he was an adult, and like, I don't even like care that allegedly she's the one that came onto him and she's the one that went after him. Just, it's the responsibility of an adult to say no, and just, yeah. And also she did a song called Lolita, which was like, people go on about Lana Del Rey and people like that romanticising Lolita and people like that, but people do not talk about her song Lolita, which is romanticising Lolita, and like it's in French, but I've like read a translation, and it's literally saying things like, she basically says like Lolita's not too young to love, and it just feels like it's like seeing Lolita as a love story, when even the writer, even Vladimir Nabokov that wrote Lolita, has said that it's not a love story, and it shouldn't be taken as a love story, which a lot of people tend to. And what other fucking weird? I also, just because my fucking weird series started off when I looked at Netflix's Cuties, and I felt like a lot of people were acting like, oh, you're not people are talking about cuties, but they're not criticising things like dance mums and toddlers and tiaras. I definitely want to do a video about toddlers and tiaras and dance mums. Like, I've seen some clips of that, and there has been some really dodgy stuff about those programmes. I really want to do that, as well as, what else? Yeah. And I've even been considering doing some true crime videos. Like, I watch a lot of true crime videos. Yeah, I don't know. I know it takes a lot of research. Like, apparently Eleanor Neale talks about how it takes her about 4 hours to film a video and stuff like that. And I am not picking my nose, by the way. I just had an itch. Yeah, I wouldn't pick my nose on camera. And just like the really good true crime videos, research the topic to death before they actually get on to doing anything. By the way, this is iHeart Revolution not Conceal and Define. iHeart Revolution doesn't do Conceal and Define, that's Makeup Revolution. Yeah, iHeart Revolution coconut baking powder. It's like a salt shaker. So I just like to powder in the bits that get oily around my T-zone and stuff. Powder my nose like I'm in the 1920s. Oh yeah, I also want to do a series of makeup videos where I do like 100 years of beauty, because I find it fascinating how like makeup was so, like the fashionable like styles of makeup were so different in each decade. Like I'd want to, because I feel like from what I've seen, the 1920s was when makeup became like glamorous rather than scandalous, because in the Victorian era and like literally anything from between the French Revolution and the 1920s, I get the impression makeup was seen as like unladylike and scandalous and stuff, and it was all about purity and stuff. But then in the 1920s, makeup suddenly became fashionable and glamorous rather than scandalous, and just dust it in. And then the next thing I will be using, you're probably going to have a heart attack when you see that I am literally, my Fenty Beauty Matchsticks is almost finished. I have got another contour stick, although it's a cheaper one, but I believe in totally finishing anything before I move on. So I just stuff my brush and get on as much as possible. Make myself no longer look like a potato. And I talk in this funny voice, because I automatically do this weird bird beak when I'm doing makeup. No offence to the birds singing out there. Oh, there's a dog barking. Yeah. And I have cheekbones. Lovely. And now let's give myself a jawline. Yes, I just need to dig in contour. And now I've got a jawline. Much better. And then we will get another brush and we're going to give myself a nose bridge. Like this. It's just the perfect colour, like, I like looking ghostly pale and not all bronzed and tanned, even though that's the fashion these days. I actively avoid tanning. I always wear very high SPF and cover myself up. I don't like getting a tan. So I like wearing a very cool tone contour so it doesn't start acting like a bronzer and make me look all bronzed and tanned, which is why I really didn't get on with those Makeup Revolution ones, because they were just practically orange. They were so bronze and they made me look like I'd been fucking sunbathing. Okay, so where is my, here it is, my little thingy, my beauty pouch. I'm going to get out my Kiko Milano Smart Blush in the colour, I'm pretty sure this colour's called Orchid. And something I've started doing is, because I like going for the very blushy e-girl look, I've really got into that in the past year or so. I'm going to spray my brush with my, this is mostly water now, but it's a bit setting spray. Yes, I'm just going to give myself a nice high cheekbone. Oh, that's pigmented. I'm just going to really blush up my cheeks right under the eye. It's almost like paint. Almost like paint. And I almost look like a doll. Oh, yes. People might find it funny me talking like that. I need to spray it again. I need to fill that up with water. Oh my god, this blush is already hitting pan. I'm going to need to, yes, still, I will use it till there is none left, like my contour. Giving myself e-girl blush so that I look like a little e-girl. Yes, that looks lovely. And then I'm going to just blend it just so it doesn't look like splodges on my cheeks. There we go. And then I'm going to do the blush on the nose, which we know e-girls love. Spray this one too. Something I noticed the other day is e-girl blush is really similar to 1920s, except they didn't do the nose stuff. Yes, I know. If my mother saw me like this, if she was alive, she would probably tell me that I look like a clown, but I don't care. I like looking like this. It doesn't make me look like a clown, it makes me look like a cute little e-girl. It's absolutely adorable. Blushing up the nose. There you go. Reminds me years ago, shout out to my dad on here, but years ago I had a huge red spot on my nose when I was like 12, and my dad sung Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at me. Yes. For a second I didn't know why he was singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It probably wasn't even Christmas, it was probably like summer. But then I realised, oh yes, he's mocking me for having a great big red spot on my nose. Yes, I get it. Yes. And here is my highlighter. This is the Makeup Obsession Mega Moon. I like white and lilac highlighters. I'm not into all that bronze stuff. Like, just, I put it in the areas where I want to glow. It almost helps get your cheekbones higher if you put highlighter here. I start off applying it with this big fan brush. But then I take this little brush, tip of the nose, just to make a kind of thing. A lot of people say they don't like the highlighter on the nose look, but I like it. I like looking all shiny and glowy. I like to mattify my skin and then add a lovely glow. Probably doesn't show up very well on camera, but I'm going to add a little more. And then I take a smaller brush, just an actual eyeshadow brush, just so I can really get highlighter on the points of my cheeks. There we go, don't I look adorable? And then we're going to get what is now a holy grail of mine. Previously, in all my previous makeup videos, you probably always saw me with my Urban Decay primer potion, but I am now using this Barry M lid look, which is amazing. Years ago a friend recommended it to me and I only recently tried it, but it keeps my eyeshadow on all day. I just take a bit, warm it slightly between my fingers and then put it on my lids like this. I've been wanting to do like hauls and stuff on my ASMR channel, like a Black Friday haul and stuff. Obviously when I have money to do that, because they can be expensive and I don't get PR. So, yes. A transition shade, but it will not be neutral because I don't do neutral. And yes, I'd kind of like to see, I'd like to ask you lovelies what sort of content you'd like to see from me. Yeah, I'd love to see that. Yes, I'm just going to do my outer corner V's black because I always like to do that, and then I'm going to blend like this, and yes, I'd quite like to hear from you about what sort of content you'd like to hear from me. I'd love to do a Q&A at some point, but I probably don't have enough subscribers for that. But yes, I'd love you to give me recommendations of what kind of content you'd like from me. I originally started off this YouTube channel as like a musical theatre YouTuber, but that didn't really work out because, well, basically the reason why I disappeared for a year and didn't start doing makeup again, doing YouTube again till later, was I had a sort of traumatic experience. I'm not going to go into it now, but yes, something really shitty happened and I just didn't feel, I just was so preoccupied with what was happening that I didn't get around to doing any more videos for a while. But then I started again during the COVID pandemic because there wasn't anything else to do, and I just ended up being more of a general commentary makeup YouTuber than really anything else. And yeah, just putting blue. One thing I've started to like doing is putting a pink sort of here, like I've noticed Nikki Tutorials does that a lot with her tutorials. Nikki Tutorials and her tutorials. I absolutely love her. She's so cute. I love how she always makes cute little noises to show she's excited, like and stuff. It's so endearing. some pink on the lid. Yeah. And then white shimmer on the brow bone. And a bit of dark purple just to cover the outer V that I darkened. And possibly a little bit of this minty green, and then a sort of champagne-y colour, which I'm just going to dot on the inner corners. For some reason I just like a sort of golden peachy champagne on the inner corners, and that's almost the finished look. Now for the brows. Where is my brow pencil? I'm using the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. And first I'm just going to tame these. Just going to brush them into shape. I find brows really difficult, but these are good. Feeling in my brows. It always reminds me of Nikki Tutorials doing that video where she's like, goodbye my brows, goodbye my friends. That just gets me every time. It's so funny. Singing to her brows when she was covering them up in that one video where she was doing a no brows look. Yeah. Going to fill in me brows. Yeah, hello my brows. Hello my friends. Nice. Yes, fill them in a little more. They need to be a little sexier. Yes. I wish I could be as unawkward as Emily Boo is. Like, this video was kind of inspired by her. I was just watching one of her videos actually and decided to hop on and do a get ready with me, but you're going to laugh so much when you see the next thing I'm looking for. Where is it? This is my little kohl pencil. It's from Rambly. It's absolutely tiny, and I just want to do my waterline. I like to make things last until I absolutely cannot use them at all. So I'm going to be using this brow pencil, this little pencil, till the end, until I absolutely can't use it anymore. Sorry, I find it hard to talk when I'm doing it. I just realised I find it hard to talk while I'm doing my waterline. Ah, smudged it a bit. Oh, I wonder what happened there. That's just a notification on my phone. I will have a look at it when I can. And then I'm going to get out my, this is a cake water activated eyeliner, which I really like. It's from Pink Crush Cosmetics. It actually was a freebie with some of their palettes I ordered. I use some of my setting spray for that, and then I'm going to get my eyeliner pencil. I've recently fallen in love with water activated eyeliners because they don't run that much, like they stay in place, like they don't with like a liquid eyeliner. They tend to run, and I'm just going to do some sexy cat eyes. Like that. Okay. It's one of them, and then I'm going to do the other. No, like that. I'd use this little slanted eyeliner brush, so I kind of stamp it on. don't forget the little tear trough I like to do that makes my eye look more actual cat-like. There we go. So I really have to concentrate when I'm doing this because it's quite delicate work and it's very easy to mess up, and so I have to stop talking. And here we have a mascara. I've noticed a lot of people use this. It's a Maybelline mascara. I was previously using my Urban Decay, a lot of Urban Decay stuff. I liked Urban Decay. My Urban Decay Perversion mascara, mainly because I just love the names that they have. I love the really weird, edgy, out there names that like the lipsticks have. They're like Venom, Poison, like, no, there wasn't a Poison, but there's Rapture, Anarchy, things like that, and like, the mascara's called Perversion. What I'm doing with the tweezers, I'm like clumping my eye lower lashes together in kind of the cute little e-girl way. And now the top lashes. Yes, top lashes. Yeah, another video I've been considering doing was a video about Shane Dawson. I've been considering doing this as part of my fucking weird series about his previous creepy stuff with animals and children and stuff. But yes, I was considering also doing like a video that's just called, as someone who used to watch Shane Dawson's videos when I was like 16, I wanted to just do a video talking about my perspective of everything that came out about him. It's probably kind of stale now because it's been a while, but yeah, because I used to see his stuff. I found a lot of his videos genuinely funny, but there was some stuff where I would be like, should he be saying that? Like, the stuff about the N-word, like when he'd say the N-word and stuff, and also just, and the blackface and stuff, although I didn't really at the time get just how problematic blackface was, but the N-word, I was a bit like, should he be saying that? Obviously not. But then, yeah, and then there was the bit with, when he looked at the pictures of the girls in his t-shirts, and he was like, if iJustine was watching, I'd R-word all of you, and yeah, that always made me feel a bit uncomfortable. Even, I watched it when I was 16, and I didn't really like that much. I've got the Smashbox lipstick in the shade, what is it? Black Cherry. Start off by just lining my lips. Yes, I line my lips with lipstick rather than a lip pencil. Slightly overline the outside because I don't like how thin the outer bit of my top lip is. Lining like this, just as a sort of guideline. And I'm not just going to wear it like this, I'm just going to bit of this lipstick just on my eye hook, and yeah. And then my other lipstick I'm going to wear is, I never wear just one lipstick, this is Violetta by MAC. This lipstick's got a lot of love, and I'm just going to put that in all the centre. Hate smudging my lipstick and leave a bit of this eyeshadow to cover that up. I love this lip style, like having a darker kind of plum berry on the outside and then a lighter purple on the inside. It makes a really nice kind of almost iridescent 3D effect. And then this last gloss is Gal on the Moon by Fenty Beauty. Just going to gloss up. And then we're just going to take my highlighter again. And I always like to do this after I've done lipstick. I'm going to highlight my Cupid's bow. Put a tiny bit of highlighter in the centre so that it makes my lips look more luminous and more kind of bushy. And then we're going to take off this sleep mask and let my fringe free. Oh, and setting spray. Yeah. I guess have to get some more of this soon. So there you go. This. Oh, how could I forget? I will do my. Whenever I'm doing something different, I forget something. I'm gonna do my Marina and the Diamonds hearts. Like this. There you go. There you go. Now I'm done. There you go. So, I feel like I should put more highlighter on. Yes. Although the moral of the tale, though, definitely a lesson I learnt the hard way the other day. Wait for these to dry before you do that. So there we go. There you go, that's my makeup done. So I will see you whenever I actually decide to start making videos again. And yeah, see you then. Bye. Oh, and below, please leave any recommendation of what kind of videos you want to see. I'm planning on doing more fucking weird, more general commentary, possibly some true crime, and possibly on my ASMR channel some hauls, some possible even mukbangs, some, yeah, just stuff like that. So, see you, bye.